Hello, this is Mary Barsoom. I'm introducing you to the SleepBetter app that I've developed for my individual project for IHI. SleepBetter app is to help or assist with the sleep apnea problem. Sleep apnea is an obstructive disease that hinders people from breathing well. Sometimes they can stop breathing during sleep time at night or during naps. And the best treatment for the sleep apnea uh, is to use a CPAP machine. And the CPAP machine needs some maintenance. It needs the mask to be cleaned. It needs the tube to be cleaned as well. And the distilled water in the compartment has to be at a minimum level. Otherwise, if it's not cleaned, then it can cause bacteria to accumulate or germs, and this may further get the patient in more trouble by getting pneumonia or getting some other severe lung diseases. So it's extremely crucial that the machine parts are well maintained and well cleaned. The other thing, if the water is not added, then this can cause dryness and it's very uncomfortable for the patient. So the significance of this app is to remind the patient of these maintenance things and the recommendation while he's still not too sleepy at night, like he wouldn't go to bed and then realizes that his mask hasn't been cleaned or his tube, so he just puts it away and forgets about using the CPAP machine for the night. This app also shows the relationship between how much he uses the machine and how better his sleep score is. So let's start first in the homepage. This app is developed on Heroku. After I'm done demoing it, I'll show how to deploy it locally. So the homepage just gives a brief introduction about the SleepBetter app, what it does and how it works. And then it goes into the reminders, shows today's date, and then shows the three main things that this app is helping the patient with, which is the maintenance. Of course, this is a showcase. If there is more time, this app can be developed to be more functional or reminding about other things. So right now for the mask, it hasn't been cleaned for 2 days, so it's a flag, red flag, because the mask has to be cleaned every day. The tube hasn't been cleaned this week, but it is due in 5 days, so it has been cleaned. There is still wiggle room, 5 more days. The minimum amount of times the tube has to be cleaned is once a week. The distilled water hasn't been added last night, so this is a red flag too. So these reminders are color coded, and then it also shows the sleep quality for the last logged day, and it was not very good. Let's go into logging the maintenance. Logging maintenance has a calendar that the patient can pick from any day as long as it's not in the future. So let's say we're gonna update. Before we update, let's go and insert just one record. Let's say the 25th. Let's say we have everything done, and then this would be the best score for the sleeping. The 0 is the worst score, and 10 is the best score. And let's say insert, and this page is just for confirmation. Let's go back to home and see how this reflects. It didn't really do much because it was already, there was another day that's further down that was logged. So let's go back and update yesterday's. And let's say everything is yes, yes, yes. Go here. Let's give it 10. And let's go update. Also a confirmation that these things have been in the database. Now it's pulling up that everything is green and it's good for you, good to go. Last functionality is a data visualization, and that shows the relationship between the hours of usage of the machine to the air score, my air score, which is the sleep score. The data is from the CSV file that I've downloaded from the ResMed app. Unfortunately, the ResMed app did not open the APIs to the public, so I couldn't use it to grab real live data. Every time I need to pull it manually, but this app is just, my SleepBetter app is just a proof of concept. If it was in production, then we can make business deal with ResMed and can work out. but of course this is just for the sake of the course. So it's very obvious from the graph that the lower the usage of the machine, the lower the score, the higher the hours of the machine, the higher the score of sleeping. So it's directly proportional, the score of sleeping, to the how many hours the machine has been used. And the machine will be used more when it's well maintained. So the better the maintenance, the better the usage hours of the machine. And that's how the SleepBetter app works. Right now I'm gonna show how you can download and deploy this app locally. First thing, you have to have an Apache server, since this is using PHP and SQLite. So you can download XAMPP or WAMP server and turn on the Apache server, as well as in my case I have enabled the SQLite PDO, since this is an extension. So you have to go into the configuration file and add uncomment the SQLite to be able to pick up the database and process it. And then after downloading the app, you can pick it up from GitHub. It's here, and you go into the application and then go to config after you download everything locally. And the config has to change the URL of the site. Instead of the SleepBetter, just put HTTP localhost SleepBetter. You can just copy this part and put it there instead. And the document that has to be, the web app that you have downloaded has to be under if you downloaded XAMPP, so it has to go under the htdoc. So let me just show here, users, XAMPP. You go into the XAMPP and to htdocs and download it under one of these. So mine is here right now, SleepBetter. If you have the WAMP server, then you go into the WAMP. I have the WAMP 64, and you go under the folder www, and then put the web app folder over there. And then I've used NetBeans, so you can use whatever editor you need to open it and run it from, or you don't even need to edit anything except this line of code. You can just do it on GitHub, and you can open up the project, say let me show it really quick in case you need it. So I have it there, but if this is a new project, you're just gonna go and say new project, go up to the PHP application with existing sources and pick the source, which is you just downloaded. And you just go into any tab and you go to localhost. I'm not sure it's gonna show here under mine since I've changed it. It may not, yes, it's there still. So localhost, and then it shows everything here, but of course my data is different than the one that's live on the website. It has everything. This is my local copy, but it pulled it there since I have changed it to the one on Heroku. Thank you for listening. Bye.